Moving the chains, audience. We are back. Thirsty Thursday. Can I get a hell yeah, brother? We sure can. Moving the chains. It's your host, Sammy, the man, McIntyre, repping my Raiders gear today. Kolton Miller got an extension. I'll get to that in a second. Football is back, baby. The Hall of Fame game. I'm recording this right now. Lions, Chargers, Hall of Fame, Canton, Ohio. I was there back 15 years ago. Not much to do in that town, but Hall of Fame is awesome. Yes, awesome. Football's back. I just saw the Niners score. Trey Lance got a touchdown to Will Dissly. Starters are sitting out. Antonio Gates gets inducted to Hall of Fame. One of the best tight ends of my lifetime, even though I'm not a Charger fan. I'm a Raider fan. But congrats to the Chargers and congrats to Antonio Gates. Hall of a career. Deserved his Hall of Fame induction. So, I wanted to start with today. I'm going to touch on the AFC West. I'm repping my Raider gear, of course. So we're obviously going to touch on that. I'm going over all the divisions in order. I'm going to go on the AFC East, North, South I did yesterday. Now we're going to go to the West. Pretty kind of know what I'm going to get with the AFC West, but it's going to be very good. This might be the most best coach division in all of football. All four coaches, Super Bowl winners, or a been to a conference championship game. Been there, done that. Excellent coaching in the AFC West. It's just going to be a dogfight until the end. So, I want to touch on first. Kolton Miller, the excellent left tackle for the Raiders, got his contract, 3 years, $66 million the other day. Got notified that yesterday. Very good news for the Raiders. I like that it's not hovering over him. I read from a guy, I think Teron Reed covers the Raiders, or Tashawn. Can't remember his exact name. But he had a tweet, excuse me, that Kolton Miller said it's over with, it's done with, he got that out of the way, it's not hovering over him, which is a good thing. Take a lesson, Cowboys, with Micah Parsons. So I'm happy the Raiders got that done. I like that the front office is getting homegrown talent and signing their own. That's awesome. I love it. He's got to play better, though. I mean, the only downfall I have with Kolton Miller, and listen, he was hurt last year, but that back half of that year was very excellent. I think he gave up one sack, if I'm not mistaken. It was in the Saints game down in New Orleans. He's a very good player. I don't know if he's top 10-ish of all, like, in the league right now. I'd probably take guys over him. Tristan Wirfs, Penei Sewell, Mike Kesnick knows what I'm talking about. That guy's a freak show. Lane Johnson, those kind of guys, Trent Williams. He deserved his money. This is a good thing. Geno Smith needs protection. Most quarterbacks do. He's a very solid player. And I just think I'm excited. They got him done. They got him the deal done. Good for him. I found something interesting too. My man Brian Fowler. I'm going to give a shout out to him. He's one of my favorite people. Anytime I've been to a Raider away game, whether it be in Kansas City, Detroit, and possibly Indy this year, and I think some other stops down the road, he's always cool. He's interviewed me and my dad. If you guys want to check it out, go check out his channel. Look up the 2022 Kansas City Raiders in KC. I'm in that video. Go watch it. Check it out. But I want to give a shout out to him because he's put something on his page today. I'm friends with him on Facebook. Is that there's only 4 active Raiders left that were part of that Raider team in Oakland. Kolton Miller, I just mentioned off the top. A.J. Cole, one of the best punters in football. He's on the Raiders. He's still, playing, even though he was with the Raiders in Oakland. Daniel Carlson, the kicker. And my man, maniacal Mad Max Crosby, baby. You know it. I know it. Let's go. Hell yeah, brother. He's still playing for the Raiders, even though they started in Oakland. So I wanted to touch on the AFC West. I think last year, if I'm looking at my cheat sheet here, I did have Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, Broncos. I think it's kind of going to go the same order. Listen, I know Kansas City got throttled in that Super Bowl, and I understand it. I get it completely. That was a bad showing. I feel like I've seen that movie before with Mahomes. When a really good defensive line gets after him, go ask, the Tampa Super Bowl against Tom Brady before he retired. So that kind of happened with the Eagles, and it was disappointing. But having said that, I still take the Chiefs to win this division. They've won this thing 9 times in a row. It feels like forever, eternity. But I will say, Chargers are going to keep this interesting. Now, it could flip the script, and maybe the Chiefs have a down year. They go 10-6. They still get in as a wild card. That's going to happen. But right now, until I see Herbert, and he's going to keep continuing to make strides. They have firepower now on offense. But I want to stick on the Chiefs. I'll get to the Chargers in a second. I believe the Chiefs have Xavier Worthy. They have Travis Kelce still hanging on. Their offensive line's gotten better. As long as you got Andy Reid Mahomes, I don't doubt that brain trust. They're going to keep winning games the way they've been doing it. Kind of mixing and matching the wide receiver room. But we'll see what happens. I think the Chargers are second to me. I just mentioned this a second ago. They got Herbert, who I'm a big fan of. He's elite in this league, okay? He's in that top 5-10 category. He's elite. He's got the traits. He's going to get it done. Listen, it took Peyton Manning a while to get that playoff win. I said it last year after the Chargers lost close to Kansas City. They always play him tough in Arrowhead on Sunday Night Football. Jim Harbaugh's going to get a Super Bowl in a couple of years. I really do. They're right there. They're the one team that can play with the Chiefs. They play it tough every time. They split them, but they always keep it close with the Chiefs. So I believe the Chargers, they got Marion Hampton. I saw tonight a couple stats of his. I have to watch this. I'll watch the Hall of Fame game a little bit after I get off of here. But I saw he had a good stat line, 2 carries, 6 yards, I believe, starting out. He's going to be a big part of this. Jim Harbaugh's basically building this Michigan 2.0 in the NFL. And I love that about Jim Harbaugh. I do love the fact that they've added a little bit more power and pop on the outside. You pair Ladd McConkey with Trey Harris from Ole Miss, who I was a big fan of. One of my favorite players of Ole Miss last year. So I'm bought in. I think the Chargers are going to be really good. I think they're a playoff team. I still do. I know it's hard to get that bad taste out of our mouths with Herbert. But I'm all in on the Chargers. And I think, I know I've said this before, I buy in and I get sucked into it. And then I'm disappointed. Maybe they are, but I have a feeling they're going to be a playoff team and a very, very good one coming up this year. The third and the fourth spot to me, this pains me to say it because I think Denver's got a really good team. But I'm gonna roll with change of heart. I'm gonna roll with my Raiders' third spot. I know it's crazy. I know they got Geno and Pete Carroll and, their schedule's hard and all that stuff. I get it. But I just have a feeling this different energy with Pete Carroll is going to rub it. And I believe that they're going to be a better football team. They're still going to be a third-place team in this division to me. But to me right now, I like the direction they're going. I like the pieces they have on offense. The defense is getting better. Malcolm Kuntz, those guys coming back. But I'm all in on the Raiders right now. And I know I'm saying that I'm a biased Raider fan, but I would take Geno Smith right now over Bo Nix. I know he's got Sean Payton. I get all that. But I'm rolling with Geno Smith right now and the seasoned veteran at quarterback. And I do like Bo Nix a lot. He did show me more last year. He was more impressive than I thought. But I'm rolling with Geno for the time being right now. I think the Raiders, they eventually will go get a quarterback next year's draft. I know this is early. We haven't even touched college football yet, okay? We're like half a month away. But I'm just saying at this moment in time right now, I would still lean toward the Raiders going to have a third-place finish this year. And then the draft, let's get a quarterback. Let's have him sit behind Geno. I love the Sellers kid. I love Garrett Nussmeier. I love any of those kind of guys. But I'm all in on the Raiders finishing third place in this division. And I'll get to the fourth-place team, the Denver Broncos. Listen, I like what they did last year. And Sean Payton's a hell of a coach. Little rough around the edges, a little bit not my cup of tea sometimes, but I appreciate the old school kind of no-nonsense type of approach. And Denver needed that after that Russell Wilson fiasco that happened with Nat Hackett. The reason why I'm putting them fourth is because I feel like Bo Nix is going to get figured out. And they're going to be a good team. I'm not saying they aren't. They extended Cortland Sutton, as I mentioned yesterday, and they've done some good things. But to me, I just trust the Raiders just a smidge more because I feel like their team has got a little bit better piece of offensive line. Denver's got a really good offensive line. But to me, I'm just right now going off of, I see Raiders have an experienced quarterback. Denver's is still relatively young and going through the growing pains. So that's really all I'm basing this off of, just my own eyes. At the end of the year, I'll go back and I'll correct and where I went wrong and where I went right. But But as of right now, I'm leaning the Raiders finishing third. It's going to be a hard uphill battle, no doubt about it. But this is going to be the best coach division in football. And I just can't wait. And football is finally back, people. Can I get a hell yeah, brother? You sure can. Hope you guys are doing great. Thirsty Thursday. Smashing some beers. Let's go. Stone Cold edition. Adios. Godspeed. Stay tuned.